professors and maybe the students that we have. But before then, let's have our co-host introduce herself.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Fatima, your co-host for this program today, and I'm excited to be with you with my host, Adila.
Fatima is also a student at the University of the Gambia, and we are so delighted to have two of our guests. One who is already an undergraduate, that is, have completed his undergraduate studies at the University of the Gambia. And then another who is still in the University of the Gambia, but then completed his 3 years program at the college as a public health officer. So let's have our two guests to introduce themselves. So who do we start with? You can have the other line. You have it.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. Good afternoon, viewers. How are you all? You are all doing well. My name is Dr. Garo, Public Health Officer from the Medical Center. It's nice to have you here.
I'd like to have you here as well, and then hoping to learn more from you, especially when it comes to mental health.
Alright, assalamu alaikum viewers. I am Basim Kusidi, Community Officer at Banning Health Center and also study at the University of the Gambia. Nice to meet you.
Thank you so much, Basim, and thank you very here. So we begin the interview. This question is for both of you, and then hoping that we learn a lot as viewers, and then me as host, and then from my co-host as well. So this question is, the theme of today's discussion is the mindset, specifically on health. So from your perspective, what is the biggest unspoken pressures that young people in the Gambia today, especially when it face when it comes to their future after study? What is that?
Alright, thank you. I believe the topic of discussion is very important and it is very key. So, the answer to the mindset of our young people, especially after graduating from senior school, I believe it is about choosing a career path. I think this is one of the most challenging issues young people face with regards to career aspect. Yeah.
Okay, my question is now.
So you, yeah, why don't you elaborate more on it so that the viewers will have from you and then have from you as well to keep it interactive and so biggest unspoken questions.
Thank you so much for this wonderful question. Indeed, mental health is very deep in terms of health. So the topic of discussion is very interesting, especially for the viewers. And this goes to all of the viewers. And mental health, I can say, the mindset of the people, especially the young ones, as you just said, after graduation, having a career or having a choosing career is very key in terms of the mindset. So because it shapes your future. So many times students don't have that, especially because if you graduate, you don't know what do you want. So I am appealing to all schools having career guidance in terms of the subjects or the topics that we do at school level from upper basic school going to senior school is very important to inculcate to students so that they can have a safe and path in order when they finish their school. In order, because many times students fall victims when they graduate going around sitting in indicators, especially in the so having a mindset of career guidance is very important and key to save your mental health. Because sitting having other mindsets that are not inculcated with career guidance sometimes saves you to lose your pathway going to Australia, going to other things. Yes, thank you.
Like you said, to elaborate our set life on where I said about the career path, and like you have said about some person of this. Because as young person graduating at that age, was we expect someone like that at age of 18. Normally, the person start like how can I do some economics is design. We expect someone like that at age of 18. Mean that person is from childhood or others. Because we say Gambian that by elevation now we say the child is 18 years below. So meaning that person is not able to make any decision about him or herself. So for someone has to make decision for this individual. Now coming back after upon graduation, instead of confusion. Now you are saying, okay, for me, should I do this? Should I do political science? Should I do public health? Should I do nursing? No, this people, someone will take, okay, the other colleague said, okay, for me, I will go for medicine. He said, okay, why not I also do medicine? So are you there? You say, no, medicine is 7 years. Would I able to finish this way? Would I have finance? So at that place, the mindset was not prepared. So I believe in like in advanced countries, people our mindsets are already prepared. Mentally you are already prepared. Okay, from this stage I'm moving to this stage. So I think this is what we don't have. So that's why at that stage they become what frustrated. Some people if they now if they that part they want to follow, if they apply that one they don't get it. Now they get for this now. Personally now I'm not in this education anymore. Because this is what I want to do. So in the end, some of them venture into other things that are technical in their head and especially because of certain mental probably some of those activities that they engage in.
Well, I remember myself when I completed grade 12, I was like 17. So like going straight to grade university, I was like, I don't know actually what career I would take on. Because I was confused. I wanted to be a nutritionist when I was graduated. But then as I reached grade 12, I realized that I don't want to be a nutritionist. I want to be something else. I was confused as well. I faced this confusion in me as well. So let's hear from our co-host.
Okay, so I have a question for you. How does the pressure from family, friends, and the community to succeed impact the way you think about your own health?
Very important question. Because mental health, the way you think, sometimes depends on environmental factors. There are a lot of factors that influence the person's thinking capacity. So as you said, influence of friends, sometimes pressure from family, also shapes sometimes how you think. Because I take for instance, my example for myself. Because sometimes when I graduated, due to family pressure, the background that I came from, is not that promising in financial status. So I was thinking, wow, hopefully I can form an education in terms of paying tuition fees. So if I don't have a career guidance, I would have think in another way, not to pursue, but to go and try to pursue, just to meet my family or to satisfy myself. Because you can see that there is a factor that is influencing the way I am thinking. Because sometimes if you are not that much strong or resistant to pressures, sometimes you make wrong decisions in life. So that is very key. Also influence, friends influence. That is just family effect. Friends influence is another thing. Yes. So if you have friends that are not into education, that is highly likely that you will not go into education. It's just a probability. Yeah. So because that influence is there, that is influencing your thinking that look, me with these people, it's okay. If they go into leverage or they go into other works just to sustain themselves, I can also do. So as a friend, what your friend did, you will also like to do the same. So those are two key factors. Because environment plays a great role in terms of somebody's thinking capacity. Because if your environment is for education, you are highly likely to educated or follow education pathway. If your environment is toxic, you are highly likely, if you are not resistant to that pressure, you are highly likely to be toxic. So family and friends influence plays a great role. That's why parents in the compound need to take note of the pressures they are giving to their children. Or children, the pressures their children are receiving, or the young ones are receiving from the family. So if families are having problems, we need to sometimes do it not in front of the children. Because what you see is what you do. Is how you think also sometimes. So if the children are seeing those kind of things, or toxic things in the compound, they will likely develop toxic mindset. So that's why it is very important to parents or to the adults at home to be very mindful of the toxic environment at the home, so that the children at home will not do such kind of mindset. Very important, yes.
Yeah, all right. I will connect with what Gino was talking about with regards to the family influence and friends. Looking at it, mental health, looking at our societal aspect, yes, at the social perspective here, it is very key. The society has played a greater role in our recent increase in mental health status of our young people. Because looking at the way society level or this way society look at someone, sometimes this individual also tend to follow that particular way. If society level someone as a radical, that sometimes some of these young people, because you are not at that state, your mental well-being is not that fully matter. Also tell them, okay, now this is how I am level. Okay, this the way I'm also going to behave. If you are not with someone, an elderly person, that they can able to guide you to sometimes this how a lot of people mess on their way. Some people are very smart at school level and all this, but at home they don't have that friendly environment there. So it always sometimes coming home is possibly a problem for them. If they come to home, it seems like something else is there for them. They never want to get even closer to home. So looking at it, because the more the family is open to the young ones, the more the young ones try to learn and try to follow a correct path. So regards education, we are looking at it. Sometimes we go graduates from schools, but maybe due to our family background also, some people tend to now leave the education and follow other mind issues. Maybe you can say, okay, now what is this affects mostly our female women, our female sector. But some of them rather go and do other things that are even detrimental to both their health and even their integrity. But because of their family nature, so they decide to go out school and do other things that are not even good for their personal growth and also for their health and even the society at large. For the aspect of boys, it has encouraged a lot of them to these drug issues, which have been one of the greatest challenges we are facing as a nation currently. A lot of young ages, 12 years, they are 13 coming down to those are the seniors. Most of them are into these drug issues. So this is affecting and it is trying to retard our development as a country or even health-wise also. It is affecting because we don't have a specific maybe health station that is focusing on induced psychosis. We only have what that maybe for general things for general. But and that our youthful population, these are the future of our nation. So if our youthful populations are already interested in some of these things and everyone develop that type of mindset, so meaning the development of the nation is going to be perfection. Education is one, but now do they have that positive mindset and that positive behavior? Because some of them will go to school, even in universities, but sometimes if they don't have these jobs, the way they even behave, you tend to wonder what kind of students do we even ever, because they have been addicted to certain drugs. That's why the society is able to read this, and also the friends also we should able to choose the friends carefully. Bad friends can easily influence a good person. You as a good person is difficult to able to influence that bad friend, but for them to influence you, it's very unless you are someone who build that resilience. You are there because you have that family support. But if you are someone that is very resilient and you don't have that someone who will guide you, fully canceling you at time to time, you may lose your way. So this two components are very key. You must focus on if so long as you want to stand for to have a positive mindset to able to reduce the issue of mental health problem.
Yeah, I think our parents there and guidance plus the society, the friends that we meet with, all have a role to play in having a positive mindset and also a positive attitude for a better society that we want to have. So before going on with the interview, let me let you all know, the viewers, that on Sundays we do have health talk and it's from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. So make sure to follow if you want more health talks like this. So most of the time, we do hear phrases like "just work hard, everything will be fine." I think it's common to all of us, right? In our society. So while all those are well-meaning, how do these types of comments affect someone who is really struggling?
Yes, as you said, work hard, everything will work out.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes youth also are discouraged, even when you see this kind of words, because they think it's sometimes it's just a fallacy, you know? It's just a mindset that people have, but on the ground, it's not what is happening, or it's not what is around, you know? So I would like to say this to all the viewers, that this thing is a process. It's not that when you assume that and just work hard, everything will be fine. Yes, it's not that everything will be fine, but at least you will be fine.
Yeah.
At least you will be fine. So not everything can never be fine. But you as an individual, your mindset, so sometimes it depends. You cannot achieve everything. That's why it's very important, as people say, put the cloth according to yourself. So sometimes when you are aiming or when you are working hard, doesn't mean you are going to succeed instantly. It's a process. So you have to take one at a time. You have this goal, you work on it, and you achieve. The simpler goal, you achieve. That's how you are motivated. But if you think that everything will be fine at once, it will never happen. So sometimes that's why people or individuals think that those words are just mere words. They are not happening in the ground. But they are happening. There are people that came from far. It's not that if any successful person that you ask, it's not an overnight success. It's a process that happens. So I urge all viewers, especially youth, so let them take success as a process, or let them take their future as a process. Success doesn't mean you have to achieve everything. If you have an exam, you pass the exam, you have succeeded. Although you are not employed, but you have succeeded in the exam. So you go to another step again. So that's how life, or if you have a goal that today I will wake up early, you have succeeded. So success is just a mindset. So you have to sometimes narrow to what is available at the time. So that you can achieve what is not available at the time in the future. So it's very important. So that's what I have.
Like, I watched this story, more of a story, like this particular man said, you'll be the richest man in the village, you'll have the most farm produce, but then every morning he's always the laziest. Everyone is there in their farms working, but then he's there always in his bed. So you know that kind, you cannot achieve success. So it's just a gradual process that you get used to at the same time. So let's hear from Basil.
Yeah, I believe people ask in this aspect. But one thing, like you said, people ask always say, work hard, everything will be fine. Everything will never be fine. So it's not working hard. Both they are both working smartly. Some people are working hard, but it's still it's difficult for them to be able to achieve